Kyle Busch just said something that could flip NASCAR on its head, and he's dead serious about it. You see, Kyle Busch has never been the type to bite his tongue. Whether it's bumping cars on the track or calling people out of it, he's always been one of NASCAR's most unfiltered voices. Love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. And that's exactly why what he just said has everyone buzzing. In a no-holds-barred appearance on Denny Hamlin's Actions Detrimental podcast, Kyle Busch opened up like never before. With his trademark honesty, Busch laid out exactly where he stands. And it wasn't just another media moment. He spoke about the clock ticking on his career, the flaws he sees in the sport, and what might come next if things don't change. He wasn't angry. He was calculated, frustrated, but focused. Busch talked about how the sport is evolving, not always in ways he agrees with, and how he's adjusting his expectations. From missing wins to watching younger drivers take center stage, you could tell this was a man wrestling with legacy and what comes after.
I don't know, like I always kind of hated the 10 race thing because there was so many times. How many times did you or I have a bad race or two in that 10 race format and then you're fifth in points?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't have the opportunity to win it.
The biggest takeaway? He's not content just riding out the rest of his career. He's thinking, planning, and possibly even plotting a dramatic late career shift. Whether that means a bold move off the track or one last run at greatness, one thing is clear. Kyle Busch isn't fading quietly. If anything, he's getting louder. Kyle Busch isn't ready to walk away just yet, but he's realistic about what's left in the tank. On the podcast, he revealed he wants to race for another 4 to 5 years, giving himself just enough time to hit one final milestone: 70 career wins. Currently sitting at 63, that goal isn't far off, but every race counts now. For Busch, it's not just about the numbers, it's about legacy. He doesn't want to be remembered as the guy who hung around too long. He wants to finish with wins, with impact, and with his head held high. In his words, he's not in this just to run laps. He's here to compete. What drives him now is the idea of going out on his terms. No slow fade, no quiet goodbye. Just pure racing until the fuel runs out. That's how legends finish, and Kyle Busch knows it. If he can hit that 70-win mark and leave a trail of checkered flags behind him, it'll cement his place as one of NASCAR's fiercest competitors. Kyle Busch is used to winning, which makes the past 2 seasons all the more painful. 0 wins in 2024, and now, deep into 2025, still no trips to victory lane. For a driver with 2 championships and over 60 wins, this dry spell is more than just a slump, it's a crisis. The stats tell the story. Just 1 top 5 finish and 4 top 10s this season. That's a far cry from the dominance fans are used to. But Busch isn't sugarcoating it. He's publicly admitted that top 10s don't mean anything to me anymore. His bar is higher, and he knows it. Part of the issue may be chemistry with his current team at Richard Childress Racing, or the overall competitiveness of the new generation of drivers. But no matter the reason, the frustration is boiling over. For someone so driven by winning, anything less feels like a failure. Still, he's not giving up. If anything, this drought is lighting a fire under him. Busch knows time is running out to turn things around, and every race from here on out could be a turning point. Kyle Busch isn't just critiquing the sport, he's offering radical solutions. One of his boldest ideas? Completely overhauling the NASCAR playoff format. Instead of the current structure, Busch proposes a schedule that embraces chaos and skill. Start the playoffs at Daytona, where anything can happen. Include superspeedways, road courses, and short tracks to challenge every type of driver. Then end the season with Texas and Homestead, a blend of tradition and modern spectacle. It's a dramatic shakeup, and not everyone is on board. NASCAR executive Ben Kennedy reportedly pushed back, calling the format too unpredictable. But that's exactly what Busch wants. In his view, unpredictability is what makes a true champion. If you survive the carnage at Daytona, master the finesse of a road course, and still come out on top, you deserve the title. To Busch, this isn't just a gimmick. It's about restoring excitement and fairness to a playoff system he feels is becoming too formulaic. Love him or hate him, he's sparking the kind of conversation NASCAR needs. And if anyone has the track record to suggest such a change, it's Kyle Busch. One of Kyle Busch's biggest regrets isn't even in NASCAR. It's the Indianapolis 500, the crown jewel of American motorsport that he's come close to racing twice. Back in 2017, he had a deal lined up. Everything was in place. Even M&M's, his longtime sponsor, was on board. But at the last moment, Joe Gibbs said no. He blocked the move, reportedly over safety concerns. And just like that, Kyle's Indy dreams were crushed. Fast forward to 2024, and it looked like Busch would finally get his chance. A deal was on the table again, but this time, it fell apart for reasons still unclear. The seat he was gunning for, it went to none other than Kyle Larson, who ended up being the crossover sensation of the year. For Busch, it's a bitter pill to swallow. 2 near misses, both out of his control, and in his words, it still eats at me. The Indy 500 is that one what if that keeps coming back. He hasn't given up entirely, but time is running out. And if he never gets that shot, it'll be a gap in a career that's otherwise Hall of Fame worthy. If there's one rivalry in NASCAR that just won't die, it's Kyle Busch versus Joey Logano. And yes, it flared up again on the podcast. In classic Kyle fashion, he took a sly dig at Logano without even saying his name. Talking about his son's birthday, Busch joked that they made sure it wasn't on May 22nd. Because that's Logano's number, 22. Subtle? Not really. But Busch didn't stop there. He revisited their fallout after the 2024 Daytona 500, where he blasted Logano for being two-faced. According to Kyle, Logano will smile at your face and then wreck you a lap later. And this isn't new. Their history goes way back to shoves, punches, and words that left a mark. What makes it different now is how public Busch is about it. He's not playing politics, he's naming names, he's burning bridges, and that's classic Kyle Busch. Their rivalry has never cooled off. It's just been simmering under the surface. But with both still active and clashing on track, this feud is far from over. For fans, it's a drama. For Kyle, it's personal, and you can bet the next run-in will be explosive. When you strip away the drama, the frustration, and the feuds, Kyle Busch's message is clear. He wants NASCAR to evolve, and he's not seeing it happen fast enough. In his eyes, the sport is becoming too scripted, too safe, too focused on marketing, not racing. He's pushing for diversity in track selection, more skill-based racing, and formats that test real driving ability, not just who has the best car or luck. But what gets him fired up? The way veteran drivers like him are being sidelined, not by speed, but by perception. He believes NASCAR is investing in younger faces and pushing legends like him toward the shadows, even if they've still got fire in the tank. Busch knows he's not perfect, but that's part of the appeal. He brings raw emotion, real criticism, and an edge that modern NASCAR sometimes lacks. His frustration isn't just about losing, it's about being overlooked while still capable of greatness. He's not asking to be handed wins, he's asking for a level playing field and a system that rewards racers, not just rising stars. And until that happens, don't expect him to stay quiet. Kyle Busch isn't done. He's chasing that next win, a shot at the Indy 500 and maybe, just maybe, championship number 3. His honesty, fight, and legacy aren't fading anytime soon. And when that drought finally ends, it might just be NASCAR's most emotional comeback story yet.